Fear. That was holding me back for so long. Fear of being judged. Fear of failing. Fear of not being enough. And let me tell you, it wasn't easy. It is messy, and it is for sure painful. It is hours of crying, laughing, healing, and realizing that everything you once believed in, you just realized that, okay, it's not true. I faced the lies that we were told, the ones that kept us small, obedient, and afraid to break the mold. One of the biggest reasons, I would say, that I got the courage to break free, leaving the toxic relationship. I, got rid of the house that we were living in. I got rid of all my stuff, the clients that I had, and just go after and live full time in my small van with my cat. The reason was because I invested in myself. My most powerful transformation was actually when I decided to work with Palwasha Feizi. She didn't just teach me about mindset, she also helped me to reconnect with who I truly am. Palvasha has guided hundreds of people to reclaim their power and dare to dream bigger than they have ever thought was possible. Today, I'm honored to sit down with her to discuss growth, fear, manifestation, and the journey I've taken through her perspective. If you're in a place where you are doubting yourself and your own possibilities, let this conversation remind you are capable, you are powerful, and you are not alone. Borrow our belief in you until you find your own. Without further ado, let's dive in. Thank you, Palwasha, for sitting down with me to have a little talk. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. It's so nice to see you after so long time.
The first thing I really want to ask you about is, because you have been my coach for so long and you have seen the journey that I've been on, and I'm so curious. For me, I'm curious to know, how have you seen my growth? Where were I to 2021 when I first reached out and hey, I really need to go your program? Who were Therese back then from your perspective?
Do you really want to know that?
Yes, I really want to know that, please. Yeah.
You were searching. You were searching to find yourself. You knew there was something big inside you to want to come out, to want to see, to want to explore. But you didn't believe in yourself. Mm-hmm. And I remember so clearly when we took our first call, and you were like, I need this course. I want to go this course, but I don't have the money. And I said, you have the money when you have the decision. And you said, no, I don't have the money. You don't understand. I don't have food on my table. You asking me for this much money. And then we didn't talk for I think we took 2 or 3 calls before you decided. And the last call, I noticed that something was shifted because you had the decision. And I told you, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it happened. And you have bloomed. You're not different. You are the Therese you are, but you believe in yourself more. You inspire people. You share more of yourself. At that time, it was like, little me, who am I to want? Can I ask for this? Can I want this? Your dream was so big for you. You couldn't believe that it's going to happen, and it happened so fast like that. I always called you the manifestation and the queen of manifestation, because you manifest like this everything you told me. You live now.
Oh yeah. So who were three. So I was a bit scared. Like, where were I? I remember, but do you remember where I was? Like,
Yes, you had a relationship you didn't want to be in. You were struggling with your company. You didn't have a client. You're struggling with money. You're struggling with your self-esteem. Yeah, a lot of things that's changed now.
yeah, it was a lot of struggle.
Relationships with your parents, yeah, a lot of things.
Oh,
Friends, yeah, with choices you did, and the boundaries you didn't set, all that.
yeah, 100%.
How do you feel? What you the way I saw you? Is that correct?
Yeah, I was very lost. I was very. I didn't believe in myself. As you said, I didn't put boundaries. I was accepting that people were talking to me in a different way. I accepted, circumstances to dictate where I could go in my life. Like, for instance, I was listening too much to my partner of what I could do or what I couldn't do because of the situation with him and so on. So I had that as excuses not going for what I wanted and like took control over my life. So I would say this realizing also that I needed to put boundaries on like how he talked to me, how we were together, like all that. I needed to do my part, but also like be communicating in a better way on also, how I can accept people with me and also knowing what I want. Like I didn't really know what I want. I knew kind of, but
You
I
were
didn't.
dreaming. You were
Yeah.
dreaming, but you didn't believe in your dreams. It was like, yes. When I asked you, what is it? What is it you want? I want to film. I want to be in TV. I want to make my own show, or all that. You told me, but it was like from a place of, haha. It wasn't like anchored in you. And yeah, you about around boundaries, you didn't believe in your own voice. So it was like asking this friend or asking your boyfriend, or it was your parents. But things changed. You started to take responsibility very, very like soon. Okay, this is my life. I decide. And you started to go through the battle.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy. It wasn't
No.
easy. You started saying no. You started saying yes. You started following your dreams. You started taking action. And you are just blooming. You are crying. You are laughing. You are doing. But that was for me. That is blooming. For a lot of people, think maybe it was a lot of struggle, but it wasn't just a struggle. You are finding your way, and still, we are on the journey.
What inner shifts would you say that you saw in me first? We were talking a little bit about it, but what inner shifts did you see first before the outer world started to change?
You started choosing yourself.
Yeah.
You started to choosing. I saw it when you did it with your friends. I saw it when you did it with your boyfriend at that time. You started choosing yourself. You started choosing your dreams because you took decisions. The first decision was that when you paid me to go this course, you chose yourself. So that was the first shift that you started loving yourself. Baby steps, but it was forward. All that come first before all other things came. And I told you that need to be grounded first. You need to understand your value before you can do the outer journey or the outer reflection gonna follow.
Were there moments where you thought that, okay, either she's gonna fall back and not continue and like give up, or when you saw it was a moment where like, okay, now she just need to push and go through? Do you remember if you could see any of those moments?
Many of those moments, but the one I really remember is Tanzania.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took a call together, and you were like, "I want to do it." You were so scared, and you were about to like, "Don't do it." But I don't know if the call changed your mind. You just took the decision and everything unfolded. And you were like, oh my God, everything just came. And it was like so short time between the decision and everything coming. And all that shift made you believe more in what you were teaching and what you were learning. But I never stopped believing in you because you had the fire. Yeah, you maybe didn't know your power, you didn't know, you didn't believe in yourself, but you have that power. There was something. So I never stopped believing in you. It was I always knew that you're gonna achieve everything, and it's why I pushed you. But there was some moments that you were hesitating. Me too. In this journey, all my clients hesitate. Oh, this is not working. This is going slow. Maybe I'm doing wrong. Maybe I am wrong. All that, until we get more proof, evidence again and again and again. Then we anchor on ourselves, like, okay, this is working. I know my power. I know how it works. But it takes time.
What would you say was my like biggest breakthrough during these years and those moments?
You had money breakthroughs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Decision about leaving your partner at that time. Decision about
Like renting the house.
renting that house. Yeah. Because everything was so big for you, and even it was big, you jumped, you took action. So it was breakthrough after you saw that you could before, like, oh, can I do it? And then you took the action, and something shifted in you. My God, I can be myself, or by myself, and do stuff like that. And then your van life, that was a breakthrough, big. Tanzania was a big breakthrough for you. What I saw, the big stuff. Then you know yourself if there was other things. Yeah. Can you share?
No, I would say those moments were breakthroughs. Like realizing also that I achieved one of my biggest goals, and that was to like have, it was like 19,000 euros for a month, and I did that, and I was like, what?
Yeah, that's like a paradigm shift. Yeah.
And those moments were like, oh, I've believed so much about myself and my own potential for so long, and that was so not true. So, but yeah, jumping into van life was a very scary and big step for sure.
I was so proud of you. I was so proud of, not just because of, it was courageous. It was like choosing you again, choosing freedom, choosing how you wanted to live. It was, I grow with you. I grow with my clients when I see that they are like going for their dreams, even if it's scary, even if nobody's believing in them, because that gives you the wings to fly.
For people who doesn't really know you and your backstory, I have known you for some time, so I know it, but could you please like just share some of your backstory and like the short story on why you are and how you are at where you are today, like, because you have been a Bob Proctor consultant and so on, but yeah, could you please share like where you come from, because you're not Swedish and you come from abroad, so please tell us.
Yeah, I came from Afghanistan. I was born in war, and my parents, we had okay. We weren't rich. We weren't very poor in the beginning. When war come, we became poor because my parents worked. They didn't have a job, so they did everything to give us food and shelter. And we were so many kids. At that time, we were 9 kids, and everybody like told my parents, "What you gonna do with 9 kids? How you gonna feed them?" And he was selling bananas in the street. We were living very, and I was like doing clothes with my mother. I was very young. Somehow, we managed some money. We flew to Pakistan. We were there some years. Papperslösa.
Yeah, refugees.
Refugees, yeah. And we experienced very much racism and all that. We couldn't be there because we don't have passport, we don't have visa. We were just illegal refugees. Then a friend to my father said, we are in Sweden, come to Sweden. And we didn't know where Sweden was. Sudan, we thought it's a poor country, Sudan. Why are we going there? We didn't know nothing about Sweden. So my father came to Sweden, and then after 2 years, we came to Sweden, and we thought everything gonna be perfect here. And I don't just come from a war country. I come from honor culture, and very much physical and psychological abuse at home. So we thought in Sweden it's freedom, it's schools, everything gonna be fine, but everything wasn't fine because we had religion and Taliban and other mindset at home and outside freedom. So it was a culture crock.
Yeah, like a collision.
Collision, yeah. So I didn't feel good as a teenager. I struggled very much with the self-image, with the self-confidence. So I turned to books after my first suicide attempt. And then books become my friend, and I started reading from I was 16. In many years. Then I started to build my company. I had a salon, and I wanted to be economic free, help my parents, and have a good life. But nothing was like working. I was struggling, and I wanted to go forward. I could pay my bills. We lived in Sweden. Things was okay. I could travel sometime, but I wanted more. And it wasn't happening until I burned out. I worked so much, 16 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours. So I burned out, and then I went to India. Soul searching, as you like, searching, who am I? What do I want? Why doesn't anything works? I meet the wrong guys. I'm struggling with my economy. I fight with my parents. Everything was like, I don't believe in myself. And in India, when I was there, then I come in contact with a man, Bob Proctor, that changed here my world. So the same program that you joined, I went it with Bob Proctor, and yeah, everything transformed, and it's why we are sitting here today. The economy, my relationships. I am so proud about my relationships today, because when you come from honor culture, arranged marriage.
Yeah,
my parents did arranged marriage with my cousin. I didn't want to marry him, but they forced me, and that was a big thing to get divorced from that. I could be killed of my own family. So they freeze me out and say, "I don't know you." All that. After that, to make which relationship we have, the kind of relationship we have, I'm very, economic freedom, mindset freedom, all that. And one side, my relationships, that's what I'm mostly proud of. From that, we wanted to kill each other, that we have like this respect and this love and this connection, this deep. So yeah, that's the biggest thing of all.
Wow, yeah, that's beautiful. And today you have your husband,
Yeah,
a Swedish husband.
yeah.
You have, a daughter. You live in this beautiful house. So you have really done yourself good and
Thank you.
have amazing clients. So it's amazing.
I attract fantastic people, exactly like yourself. So I've been coaching like 5 years now. So I coach Bob Proctor's material, and I'm going to continue to doing that. But I'm also building my own program, Becoming Her. The way you did, the way I went, this journey has grown me as a person, both spiritual, in every plan.
Yeah, in all plans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm very curious to know, like, from your opinion, why are people so stuck in their own life and in their routines and so on? And why don't people go after their dreams and so on? Yeah, why are people stuck?
Why were you stuck? Why were I stuck? I learned through this journey, because I wasn't stuck because I didn't want it. I wanted. I tried to achieve things. I tried to come forward. I tried to become something. But I was struggling, and I couldn't, and I burned out. So it wasn't sometimes, many times, a lot of our things, it's something wrong with me. I need to be fixed. But it's not about something wrong with you, because you were born perfect. Your DNA, spiritual DNA is perfect, but you have been programmed. For me, why I struggled, it was I came from war. I saw my parents struggle. I saw other people struggling about money, about food, about share, everything in life. So, and I heard it a lot. My parents said it's difficult. If you need to be successful, you need to go high education. You need to know high people on pedestal. You need to earn good money. You need to be smart. All that made me to feel myself as a loser because I didn't have any school degree. I failed college. I failed. I didn't have any school from home because when Taliban come in Afghanistan, they burned all the school. So I never went to the school, and I have ADHD and dyslexia. So I was like, I am dumb and I am not smart, so I'm gonna never succeed. So that was my inner talk, but unknown. I didn't know that. So it's our programming that stops us because every time you want something, in the second you say you want it, the next second you say to yourself, people as me cannot, people as me should not, people as me never gonna come. That's your inner dialogue that comes from your parents, from society. In Sweden, we have jantelagen. What do you say in English, jantelagen?
I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
think we have any like specific
Yeah.
word. Just being like
Just be
average.
average, exactly. Having bad average everybody, like
Yeah.
in the same. You never believe that you're better than someone. It's not about being better than someone. When you shine, when you believe in yourself, you allow other people to believe in themselves. Otherwise, how else can we be inspired?
Yeah.
Now, like you're living your dream life, your van life, all that you wanted. Maybe it's not a dream for future, but right now you're doing it and you're inspiring. If you never done that, how could you inspire other people to follow what they want? Or if I didn't follow that, maybe I was burned out again and again and again and sat there. So it's very important to follow your dreams. If you don't know how, as I did, hire a mentor. As you did, hire a mentor. Because the people we are around, they are the same as we. I didn't know any millionaire. I didn't know. Everybody was at the same. They were struggling with money. They have struggled with their relationships. And we told to each other, this is like this is like this. Yeah, of course I understand you. Yeah, for me also. So we sat in the same boat. And I noticed if I want to grow, if I want to something bigger, I need to involve myself. And I saw I don't have anybody to get involved like that. Then I paid. I paid to come in the circle
Yeah.
environment. Then in the circle I was before, when I said I'm gonna give lecture or I'm gonna make money, they'll say, don't, you're gonna burn out, everything is good, why you want more, it's enough, all that. They are talking not because they don't want me to succeed, they're afraid themselves.
Yeah.
So when I came to Bob Proctor circle, the people, all people that wanted more and dreamed more, dreamed bigger, when I told my dream, like everybody looked at me and said, yes, of course you can, you should. And it was for first time I was like, oh my God, they believe in me. And you need that to grow. Because if you don't believe in yourself and people around you also say, okay, don't do that, you will never dare to take action. Why you started to take action? Because I started believing you, and the people in the group and the community, you saw other achieve their goals. It's like, if she can I? Because I saw Bob Proctor. He didn't have also a college degree and all that. When I saw him, I was like, okay, he need to teach me, because he could do that. I can do that also. So I hire mentors who went the path for you, because the path gets so much shorter. I studied personal development for 20 years, and then I paid Bob Proctor, and he did that 20 years work with me in 1 year. I was like, Today I invest in mentors all the time. Sometimes I have two, three mentors at the same time, because it gives me that push. It's not about pushing. Let's go, Palwasha. No, no, no. I see them. They are my mirror. I see them that they are achieving. Then something in me ignites, and yes, I can also. And I need
100%.
that.
Yeah, and yeah, investing in yourself is truly the best thing you ever can invest in, for 100%. What is the most powerful decision you have ever made in your life, would you say, that have brought you to where you are today?
Wow. I'm very proud to tell that I have done some powerful decisions in my life. One of them was when I decided to divorce. Even if everybody in my family, my parents, my siblings, my uncles, everybody told me that if you do it, we don't know you anymore. No one wants to be with you anymore. And we kill you. That was a big decision because I chose me. I started choosing me before Bob Proctor, but it was baby steps. So I am very, very proud of that. And then the decision I took with Bob Proctor. Why I am proud about the decision with Bob Proctor? Because I had very bad mindset around money. I was very like, oh, this is expensive. This is expensive. I can do it myself. Very, very like that. Everything exists in the YouTube, in the books. Why should I pay a mentor and then pay a mentor 300,000 krona? It's like, what is it in euro?
30,000
Yeah,
euros or
yeah,
something?
almost like that. Yeah. So it was like too much, and my company at that time, my salon was going bankrupt at that time, was going because the corona was here, and I had 3,000 krona in my bank account, 300 euro or something, and I had a lot of debt in Kronofogden. I don't know what you say.
Yeah, the government or something.
Government, yeah. So I didn't have money for it. I didn't. But I felt the pull, the way you felt when you joined my course. I felt the pull, like I have to do this. This is something calling me. There is something. There is you just, and it's very important to answer that intuition, that request. And I just decided that I don't have the money. I have a lot of debt. But I want this. So I choose again myself, and I borrowed money. And I didn't know how to borrow because the banks don't give you when you have debt. So I just decided the thing I told you, when you decide, the money will come. And as soon as you decided, the money comes 3 days after that. Yeah. So I also decided, I learned that. Then I learned, taught you. So I took the decision that I don't know how, I don't know from where, but I want to do this. I want to do this. And what is the worst case scenario? I'm already in the ground. Everything is going crashing. So let's go, universe. When I say that, something shifted. Instead of saying I don't, I can't, I started, how can I? I can sell my clothes. Maybe I can sell something in the house. I was like thinking. And then my husband said, I have 100,000. You can borrow that. And the rest, maybe you can pay monthly or something. And I was like, yes. But at the same time, I was scared. Think if it's the worst thing I'm doing with my life. So yeah, that shifted my value in my own eyes. Every time I choose myself, how I set boundaries, how I invested in myself, how I choose the freedom instead of being in that relationship that my parents chose. So I grow. The respect for myself and the love for myself. So investing is, yeah, very important to growing yourself, to knowing your worth. Because I would never be able to get what I get paid today if I didn't have done that investment in myself.
Yeah, and I really want to touch on that because a lot of people struggle for sure about like the money parts, and we have something called money blocks, and that's something I've really learned with you, and I really want to touch on what is even a money block, and yeah, it just showed like the transformation, like what is society, for instance, telling us, all these lies about money and so on. I know we have been talking a lot about that, like how it portrays in movies and so on.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, how do you think about energy today? Like, if we could start there.
Your energy is everything. Your energy is everything. I see it in my bank account. When my energy is low, opportunities disappear, clients disappear, money disappear. So I don't compromise my energy with anything. If there is a person who bought my course and they are like, this is not like this, I don't like this, and I say, here's your money, bye bye. That's gonna cost me more than because maybe I get paid from that person 100,000 krona, and that person can cost me 1,000,000 krona because the energy that person gives me. So it's very, very important. What is a money block? Think you came to this world like a clean, empty computer. We are computers. Our mind is computers. But it was empty. Absolutely. We get some programming from our genetics. Many genetics back our father, mother, parents, grandparents, but also in the environment we grow. So your parents, society, your culture, school, everything gonna bombard you with information. And when you are little, your conscious mind is not developed. So your subconscious mind, your feelings mind, it's open. So you feel everything vibrationally. So everything comes into you and it programs you. So when you are 7, it's between 0 to 7, it's very, very easy because children are in a state of hypnosis. So everything you say, even if they don't listen, they listen because it go right to their subconscious mind. So you get programmed. The things I heard: money is difficult, rich people are bad, money gonna destroy your relationship, money is not everything, money, a lot of things. So I hated money. I didn't want to talk about money. When in my salon, when I say this, I did their nails and I said this much, I was like feeling my stomach. I don't want to take the money. I was working for it, but I couldn't because of all the programming I had. So I wanted to become rich. I wanted to go somewhere, and at the same time, I didn't want it. So my subconscious mind, which believed like if a person who has money is bad, then me as a person don't want to be bad. So what do? I stay poor. So if you ask a poor person, you want to stay poor, they're going to say, no, I want to be rich. But they have subconscious belief about things that need to be changed. The day I understood, when I come in contact with Bob Proctor, he taught me that I was programmed to stay the way because the struggle that I saw in my parents and people, that was the struggle I believed in, that you need to struggle, you need to study, you need to put hard work. Today, I don't struggle at all. Everything is easy because today I have another belief about myself that I deserve money. I deserve abundance. My vibration is my currency. My energy is my currency. So people pay me to be in my energy, not because I struggle, I work hard. That's not my belief, and it's why also the way I live, because I earn, what is it, in 100, 200, 300,000 euro a month, like very easily, and I work 5 hours, 4 hours. Today I don't work at all for some days. So it's because the beliefs I accepted about myself, and it's nothing that's going to change about around one night. You need to work with yourself. You need to set boundaries. You need to change your habits. You need to take action from that higher perspective of yourself, instead of thinking, what is the way? What can I do now? Ask yourself, what would this person I want to become do? With which action? The action I took, jumping in Bob Proctor's course, it was an action from me. I didn't have money. I was struggling. That Palwasha would say, I can't. But the decision came from the Palwasha I wanted to become. When I asked her 1 year from now, who are you, what you're doing, what you want, the decision was easy.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the biggest realization was when I understood about the money blocks and like how we have been programmed. I think we were talking about the other day, like how we see in movies, for instance, just to take an example on how we get where we get this belief from, that like in movies, like I always ask people like, could you please mention one movie where a woman is wealthy and nice? And no one can say any movie because it's always, you know, the devil wear Prada. It's always Cruella de Vil. It's always these characters where, especially women, when they have money and are wealthy, they are like a bitch, literally. I have actually come up with one person. Pippi Longstrump. Pippi. But she's a child, but at least a girl, and so on. But she had been portrayed good. But that was Astrid Lindgren also, and she had a completely different mindset about everything. About everything. But I mean, that is just how we subconsciously get programmed. And when I realized, like, oh shit, I've been hearing so much, like from when I was growing up, like for instance, like listen to this. When I realized this, I was like, shit, how can I even have been listening to this? Like my father have told me, I don't remember if I told you, but my father, for instance, told me like, Therese, sometimes you just need to be a whore for money.
I never told me that.
When I realized that, I was like, oh, I've heard that you need to be a whore for money. And I was like, how can you say that to a girl? You know, but I understand where he come from, because for him it wasn't like he didn't understand what he was saying. But and he was like, yeah, you need to like, everyone need to like choose to give their body for other people, like using your time and like trading your money for
work, or
your time for money.
Yeah.
So I mean, just realizing that, like, oh, that's such a big lie. Like, why? I have believed that.
It's everywhere in our society, everywhere in movies, our child programs, everywhere. It's like showing all the time, if you have money, you're bad. Also, before I came in contact with Bob Proctor, when I saw social media, oh my God, they are showing off with their bags. They are showing off with private jet, because I wanted to calm my nervous system that I'm never going to reach that life. So it's good to just judge them. Then I will say I'm living good, they are living bad. So a lot of people are doing that. But when I started to be honest with myself, don't I want things? Don't I want achieve things? Don't I want live a relaxed life, a easy life, a prosperous life? Then the answers can be, of course I want. Not because just I want things. It's more about, it's my birthright. We have the power. You asked me about energy. You can create anything with your mind. You are the proof. I am the proof that we are so powerful. We are here in this life to experience it all. Everything we want to experience. Why not? Every desire, in my perspective, every desire that you dream when you are a kid, you had dream. But somewhere in life, because of society, because of the programming, we just stopped dreaming. We just stopped dreaming. You asked me before why people don't go after their dreams. Why don't they live the dream life? Because they don't believe. They have stopped believing from what they were kids. So it's very difficult to just start dreaming again. When I started with Bob Proctor, I started to fantasize again. I started to dream again, but I couldn't believe it. But I had paid 300,000 krona, so I was like, I need to start doing what he's saying. And it opened my mind. What is it I want? How do I want it? Where do I want to live? How do I want to live? Who do I want to serve? How do I want to be seen? The questions I never asked before. It was like more, okay, maybe I can open a salon, and maybe I can work in this restaurant, maybe all the things I could see. But the way to quantum jump, the way to the big life is through your imagination, not through your logic thinking. Logic is from where do you have logic? It's from your programming, from the way you upbringed, Sema.
Raised with?
Yeah, raised it. Yeah. The logic is because the way what I have achieved is not logical. I was struggling with €2,000 per month and couldn't pay my bill.
2,000.
2,000, yeah. And to come to 200, 300, it's like not logical and very, very, very short period of time. So we cannot think logical and achieve unlogical result. You need to think in a different way, and you need to become a different person to achieve what you want to achieve.
For someone who is, struggling, don't really know where to go, how to take the next step and so on, what is the first advice that you give to someone when they're like, okay, I want to live a better life, but what is my first
start?
Where do you start?
The first step is to start dreaming. Even if you don't know how, because before Bob Proctor, I started to literally asking universe, God, if you are some up there, if you're listening to me, guide me, help me. Because I don't know. I have done everything. Now I'm sitting in India. I'm meditating every day. So that we are not alone. It means you're not creating your life. You're co-creating your life with something bigger. And you need to start trusting that thing listens. And you need to ask for guidance, and you need to open your mind. Okay, if I could have the best life of my life, the best opportunity, the best, how does that look like? You need to start opening your mind. If it was possible, how does that look? How do you feel? How do you think? How do you live in that? When you do that, because our subconscious mind is like a goal searching machine. Literally, it's a goal searching machine. So the thing, for example, if I decide like I want to buy a red Volvo, I want to buy, and I just start thinking about it, I really want a red Volvo, and then I go out in the city and I started seeing all the red Volvos. It doesn't mean that they just start manufacturing red new Volvos. It's my subconscious mind is searching what I give it. So if we all the time think my life is not going well and nothing is working, I am struggling, I'm not happy, what is your subconscious mind searching for? More of that. Then you attract maybe a guy or a girl that's gonna have the same problems, and you're gonna experience more of that. So open your mind to start thinking about what is it you want, not what is it you don't want. We are so programmed to think all the time, what is it I don't want? I am fed up with this is not working, I am fat, I am ugly, I don't want to want me. So not strange that you are living that. That was my reality before. The day I understood, it wasn't like it shifted. The day I understood, it started. Then you need to train your mind. You need to again and again choose. So when I was like thinking about my fantasies, about my dreams, it's not just, oh, I dream everything gonna fall from the heaven. You need to take action. You need to start to behave like that person also. But that's the start point. Read books about it and then take action on that. Not just like me, that I wrote a lot of books, but I didn't do anything about it. I was listening to YouTube all days, but I didn't do anything about it. So I didn't shift it. I was just gathering information. When I came in contact with Bob Proctor, things shifted because I started to act as if I were that person. But it started all with dreams. The first question they asked me in the first call, what is your dream, Palwasha? And I was like, my dream? Working with Bob Proctor. And they said, no, if you lived your dream life, how would it look? And I was like, oh, can I just say anything? Yeah, you can say anything. Oh, I would love to have $10,000 a month, euro. and I want to work from wherever I want. I was working in the salon. I was so tired of it. I want to work freely from my laptop, and I want to work just 5 hours a day. That was my dream life. I couldn't think bigger. I was dream. And they said, that's it? You don't want more? I'm like, what do you mean that's it? If I have this, every problem going to disappear. And I achieved that after 3 months.
Yeah.
Then when I achieved the way you achieved, were 19,000 euro, I was like, oh my God, this works. Then the new world opened. But at the same time, I have paradigm. Our belief systems are so strong. So it was like telling me, yeah, it happened just once. It's not going to happen again. Yeah, all that. But I continued to listen to Bob Proctor. I continued to do the things. And then I did my yearly money to my monthly money. Like things shifted. And for every shift, my belief system, today whatever you're going to tell me, the wisdom lives within you when you like live it. No one can take it from you.
Yeah, the biggest lesson I would say is when I realized that you can literally earn how much money you want. Like literally, there is no limit, but it's only like the money you get is only gonna be a reflection of like what you think you are worthy of receiving. So like there is literally so much money and so much abundance out in the world, but your mission is just to attract it into your life. So when I realized that, I was like, so I can earn how much I want. It's like, yeah. You can press like an order.
Yes.
And there is just like so many blocks that like, oh, but I just get like 2,000 euro from my employee and from my boss, so I can't earn more. Yeah, but that is just a reflection. You can create your own, money, and you can have sources from different, like, yeah, you can get money from different sources and so on. So
it depends which self-image you have, and it depends on which frequency you are. I think if I stayed at that first Palwasha frequency, I would say I cannot. This is what I can. I'm gonna do what I'm good at. But there is the different levels of a frequency. If you try to figure out from that frequency how can I make more money, you're gonna attract from that frequency the ideas, the thoughts, the people, then you're gonna stay at the same frequency. It's why it's important to dream. When you dream, you shoot with a star. Not just dream little. Oh, I'm earning 2,000 euro. I'm gonna earn 3,000. That's not a dream. You need to go for the dream. When you go for the dream, like the way you did, I wanted to travel to Tanzania. I wanted to film. I want to be on TV. I wanted all that. That's dream. But you don't know how, because you think I don't know anybody. I don't how it's gonna happen. But the dream gonna pull you if you stay on the track. It means that you need to every day connect with the dream, see yourself there, start acting as if you were that person. Suddenly you are in a place that you meet someone who knows someone. You become the magnet to attract whatever you need if you are in this frequency, not in this frequency. A lot of people are here and thinking, okay, I want to earn more money. How can I do it? Maybe I need to start a shop here. But they are thinking from the same level instead of asking, if I could have anything, what would I want? Because the magic is there. The magic is in the quantum. The magic is in the field. We are energy. Money is energy. Everything is energy. And you are connected to that. And you can, whenever, connect there and ask for it and get it. Of course, you need to take action, all that. But the ideas comes first. Like this program I'm building, I know that it's going to explode and give me crazy money, but it's not so much about money. It's my passion, it's my purpose, and it's giving me all ideas because I am connected, because it's from heart, it's from like soul, it's like from that desire. For desire is desire is the key. Some people want things. It is more from wishing, it's not like desire, that burning desire that, oh my God, it's going to be so much fun to live this, so much fun to have this, so much fun to inspire people. That desire need to lit up for you to be guided to the dream. The dream is its own energy.
Yeah, please tell us more. Like, we want to wrap up with what is your you talked a little bit about your new program now. Yeah, what is Palvasha 10.0 dreaming about right now? What are you cooking in the pot?
I am building my imperium. I call it. It's a movement. It's a movement for women. I call it Becoming Her. It's going to be podcast about it. It's going to be book. I am building the course now. It's a 1-year program for leaders, for entrepreneurs, for women who is raised and they want to take the next leap. They have studied themselves, they know themselves, and they know what they want, and they are ready to get it. And this courses, this spaces, the felt I'm building is for that person. So yeah, I'm very, very excited because it's so solid. It's so hot-led. It's so, I don't know what's gonna lead me, but right now it's lighting me up. It's turning me on. It's transforming me. Just I am building it right now. So I'm building it for myself first, the way I did with TIR with Bob Proctor. I went it myself first, then I help people and helping people right now. So this course I'm building and I'm doing the work with it by myself, like opening up for more abundance, opening up for more wisdom, opening up for even haters. Because if I go big, then everything can come, and I'm like okay with this. So yeah, I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, it's gonna go great.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for joining, and I hope people can relate and can take some amazing advice and some encouragement from you.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you.